Is it time? Is it perhaps time to start games? I think just about. Game day 2. Here in week 1. Oh boy, oh boy. Hold on. The game audio is now working. It is not bugged anymore. In fact, I'm going to turn it down for me because it's a little loud. But it works. It works now. This is great news. The flock's biggest fan is here. God. I had the chat pulled up in OBS last time and I can't figure out how to get it there. How did that happen? What must I do? Who knows? Truly? Truly. Okay. Okay, this is not giving me what I want. Oh well, we shall begin anyways. With more Mario Baseball. It is time. We have the teams and such still here. I think I made that a bit too big. Perhaps. And then the schedule. This is, hold on. Let me put in the new one. The previous game records on here. Boy, oh boy, we are doing a different order today. Can you believe it? Because the Lightning and Rocketeers game was the closest, that one will be saved for last today. Instead of starting first, we're going to start with the Tax Evaders and the Fury. So, I think it's time for us to get into the game. Oh my god. Why is the FPS counter here, bro? I swear to god I turned that shit off. Cut that out. On this real GameCube. Your mic sounds a little staticky. Okay, hold on. Changing it. Is this any better? Are we getting better? Are we improving? Is there less static? No. Okay, well, is this perhaps better? I've turned down my mic volume a good amount. Did you ever find out if you were able to increase your mic volume? Well, see, then we get into the problem of the static, so I'm not sure. I think that is kind of what happens when I try to turn it up. I don't know. Well, is it at least not staticky? Because I feel like that's a bigger problem than it being not loud enough. Well, hopefully it's slightly staticky, but not bad. Is this perhaps better? Turn it down a little bit more. hold on, hold on. How are we sounding? Any better, perhaps? It's back to where it was before. So, staticky. Ugh. Goddamn, bro. Slightly, but it's fine. Alright. Well. You can hear me again. Okay. This is good news. This is good news. And just in time for us to begin the first game. Wow. Wow. The Fury and the Tax Evaders. Off we go. Oh, I'm so glad the audio was fixed. Now we can actually listen to the actual in-game sounds instead of just a YouTube playlist of the background music on loop. And the Tax Evaders have a good leadoff hit as Bowser Jr. makes it to first base. Tax Evaders by 4, my bold prediction. Yeah, they did in fact win the last game. That's a big hit from Hammer Bro, and it's gone. He is so back. Took a couple days off, and he is hitting home runs yet again. That's his 3rd of the season. Hammer Bro was tied up at the top with Blue Pianta of the Cat Comrade flock for hitting 2 home runs in our opening day games. Now he has another one in his first at-bat of Game 2. That's going to put the Tax Evaders at a 2-0 lead with Boomerang Bro at the plate now. And that's a deep hit to the gap of the outfield. That'll get him to second base. A double to start off for him today. And that brings up the former captain, Bowser. That honor of captaining has now been given to his son. Bowser is a very scary batter to see at the plate, especially when you've already given up a home run. And that one is not going to be a home run. That will get down for a single, and it's also going to score Boomerang Bro. A 3-0 lead for the Tax Evaders. We have discussion on the Fury and who owns them. Anyway, Koopa's gonna hit into a double play. No, he makes it to base. That's why they call him Koopa the Quick. Nobody knows who owns the Fury. Well, technically the randomizer does. That one's not gonna quite be a double play either. Koopa able to run that out. But still 2 outs on the inning. That's a good slap hit from Peach. That'll be a single. Yes, the tax... The Fury's actual owner is iFocus. And there he is in the chat. The star hit from Shy Guy. And it bounces off Baby Mario's head. That's going to bring in 2 more runs. Oh, what an unfortunate bobble. But the Magic Koopa will end the inning in true Magic Koopa fashion after a 5-run first inning for the Tax Evaders. Swing and a miss for Yellow Shy Guy, leading off for the Fury. Yeah, not being able to draft was unfortunate. That was a sad circumstance, but that's okay. This team has got to get carried by the Dry Bones, it's true. And honestly, I think they can do it. I think this team is not the worst. Well, okay, maybe that's not true, but it's not unwinnable, you know? There's certainly potential. Like, look at that bounce off the crocodile thing. This game doesn't have critters, but I guess that's as close as we get. Doesn't help the randomizer choked. Well, yeah. Didn't get any of the top power hitters or anything. But it did get a lot of chemistry. So truly, it could have been worse. It could have been worse. Oh, a Star Swing strikeout from Grey Bones. Not what you want to see. That'll bring up Paragoomba. Oh, caught by the Shy Guy. Unfortunate line drive. And the Fury are down by 5 already, with no runs of their own so far. And the Tax Evaders start back at the top of their batting order for this second inning. And Bowser Jr. makes it all the way to second with that hit. Will Hammer Bro go yard again? Watches that one. That one was inside. Hits that one, but it goes foul. 2 strikes, and he does not swing. That's a strikeout. That brings up Starred Boomerang Bro, not any less of a home run threat. Oh, foul by an inch. I was about to say, and there it is, but I didn't want to jinx it. And lo and behold, it was in fact foul. Boomerang Bro also on strike 2. He'll swing there, though. Line drive down the baseline. That'll score Bowser Jr. And get Hammer Bro on base for Bowser. Or Boomerang Bro, sorry. Wrong Bro. Robbed. It was very close, for sure. Bad call, ref. I don't think the Tax Evaders need any more help in this one. I think we can cut the Fury some slack. As we see 2 whiffs in a row from Koopa. Pops this one up. Is it caught? No. Bounced off of the barrel. They'll be able to get Boomerang Bro home. This ain't looking too good at all. I would have to say that's true. Good slap hit from Paracoopa. Gets another run in. It is 8-0 Tax Evaders. Tax Evaders are slapping through their whole lineup. And Peach gets one down through the middle of the infield. 2 runners on base for Black Shy Guy, but 2 outs means there's a force at every base. But they're not going to need it, as Baby Luigi gets that out off the pop fly. Barrel RNG is also horrid. Yeah, the outfield has been very against you today. Fair ball grabbed by Madge and thrown to first for the out. Up next is Daisy. Hits one deep to left. It gets down. Daisy will make it for 2. bit of cinematic slow-mo there, but at least the audio isn't lagging. That's what matters. Baby Mario up now. We're coming around to the top of the Fury's lineup. Once we get through both the babies, then it's back to Yellow Shy Guy. Yeah, the slow-mo lag, it's honestly kind of fire sometimes. Especially when it's the big hits in the outfield. Gives you a second to, like, lock in on what's happening. A star pitch from Peach, but Baby Luigi just drills it for a single anyway. And that does bring up the top of the Fury's lineup with 2 runners on base. Will they be able to drive one in? A star hit from Shy Guy, but it's not enough. Straight to the opposing Shy Guy. And that ends another scoreless inning for the Fury. Green Magic Koopa slaps one down into left field. And makes it on base. That is, I think, the 3rd base hit from all Magic Koopas total so far. There are 4 Magic Koopas who have all played 1 game. And this is Green Magic Koopa's 2nd game. So in about 4.5 games, they have a total of 3 hits. And Bowser Jr. also gets on base with Hammer Bro up. Is it gone? It might be. Yes, it is. Just barely over that wall. And Hammer Bro gets another 2 home run day. That is 4 total so far. Magic Koopa's got nothing on Goombas. You are so right, King. I actually think the Goombas have been significantly better. Okay, regular Goomba has not. He has gotten no hits. But Paragoomba has gotten 2 base hits for 3 RBI himself. And that's a solo homer from Boomerang Bro. Add 1 more to the tally. Tax evaders claiming their returns. And here in the 3rd inning, it is 12-0 tax evaders. Bowser doesn't even move to that pitch at all. Swings and whiffs again. And a strikeout on Bowser. That's going to look good on Daisy's stat sheet. Now we've got Green Koopa Troopa. This team winning the Natty. The tax evaders, yeah, it is very possible. The Bowser team with a bunch of power hitters. Crazy when they hit a bunch of home runs. Paracoopa hits through the infield. Gets on base with 2 outs. With up next is Peach. Goombombs are the most exciting thing in the game. I would have to agree. That Goomba home run in the playoffs of last season went so incredibly hard. But that'll end the inning for the tax evaders, bringing up the Fury's offense to see if they can score something in this inning. Slaps foul there, Green Bones does. And he strikes out. That brings up starred Blue Drybones, who gets a slap hit for a grounder thrown out to first. 2 outs from the Bones. It was fire, I was there. It's true, it's true. Can confirm. But that's already the inning over for the Fury. And we are back to the tax evaders for the top of the 4th. out from Shy Guy. That brings up Green Magic Koopa. Looking at a lot of balls go by. That one's in the zone and it gets hit for a grounder to the shortstop. Thrown for the out. Now we have Bowser Jr. with 2 outs. Swing and a miss. And that one is going to get down for a double for Bowser Jr. He makes it on base to bring up Hammer Bro. Perhaps the greatest player of our generation. That one is hit deep to right field, but it's caught by Baby Luigi. And that's the first scoreless inning for the Tax Evaders. This gives the Fury a chance to try and score 1 run. All they have to do is not get shut out. Which I think is very unlikely, as I have never seen a team score less than 2 runs in a game. Come back? I don't know if I'd go that far. Let's maybe wait till they score a couple runs. But Goomba makes it on base there. That's the start of something. We got Daisy slaps through the infield. Bounced off the Crocodile. That gets Goomba all the way to third. Maybe Massive Wiener Man is onto something. Maybe he knows. A star hit from Baby Mario scores the first run of the game. Now we've got Baby Luigi up. 2 runners on base. He's gonna slap it right to the Shy Guy. That gets Mario out at second, but still runners on the corners. Baby Luigi is trying to steal second. That's going to be a pop fly, though, but it gets down. Koopa Troopa does not want to go for it. He backs off. And that'll bring another run in for the Fury. Look at that. I said I've never seen less than 2 runs, and we immediately get 2 runs. But the Fury are on the board here in the 4th inning. They cut the lead down to 10. Big inning for them. I mean, holding the Tax Evaders to 0 is actually impressive. And that's a strikeout on Boomerang, bro. Brings up Bowser. With a star chance on the line. Will Daisy get another strikeout? Or is that one going to get down in the outfield? No, Paragoomba gets under it. 2 outs. And the Fury are hoping to get another quick end to an inning. Ball hit deep into right, and it's caught by Baby Luigi. Another 0 spot for the Tax Evaders. They'll have to defend their lead. It is a 10-run lead, but, you know, it's a start. It's a start. And that slap hit to get on base is a start for Blue Dry Bones. Bad slap from Gray Bones. That'll get the out at second, but he makes it in time to first. And that'll bring up Paragoomba, who drives this one through the infield to get on base safely. Now we have the Goom Bomb. What will he do? Will he make a big play here? He's charging. Gets through the infield just past Shy Guy. And that loads the bases. For Captain Daisy, do we see a star hit here? It's possible. It is possible. The Grand Slam cuts the lead to 6. Star pitch from Peach. Swing and a miss from Daisy. Another star pitch from Peach, and Daisy's out. They'll need Baby Mario to come in clutch with bases loaded. Does he have what it takes? That was a close inside strike. Baby Mario Grand Slam. Is that what we're rooting for? Oh, and that's caught. Or not caught, but grabbed by Koopa, thrown to first for the out. That's a rough situation. Good work getting out of it from the tax evaders. Koopa makes it on base. And do we see a double play? Yes, we do. Another two-out situation with nothing on the board for the tax evaders. If they're not able to win, they can at least try and hold the tax evaders to nothing in the last half of this game. That would be impressive in its own way. Ooh, fluke. Blue Dry Bones does not die for that. That lets Shy Guy on base, but next up is Magic Koopa, which is a likely but not guaranteed out. Just over Blue Dry Bones' head. That'll be a base hit, and that might score Shy Guy. Yes, it does. A base hit for a Magic Koopa. 2 base hits in a game for a Magic Koopa. That's impressive stuff. Almost seems like a decent player. That's okay. They're picked for their defense. That's a good hit from Bowser Jr. That'll bring Madge in. And get Jr. onto second base for none other than Hammer Bro. What will he do? Will he score the first 3 home run game? Or will he strike out yet again? Oh, a Daisy Star Pitch. That's going to be tough to hit. And he line drives it. They're trying to bring Bowser Jr. home off of it. And they get there. Goomba has a terrible throwing arm. Want to get on Siege tonight? Bro, you are not being serious right now. And that's gone from Boomerang Bro. Another 2-run homer from a bro. The All-Star Game is going to be the tax evaders versus the world. Yeah. Yeah. Well, they won't probably have the Madge on their team. Is that a Bowser? Okay. Bowser solo shot slap home run. Okay, it wasn't quite a slap, but it was not a full charge. It was a semi-charge. That was interesting. Well, 18-2. The tax evaders have extended their lead by quite a bit, and it is all but over for the Fury. That ends the inning for the tax evaders, though, stopping them at 6. As we move into the bottom of the inning for the Fury's offense. Baby Luigi pops that one up into right field, and it gets down. He's on base. That grants the Fury a star as well, to use at their discretion. Shy Guy just watches that one go down the middle. Villains versus Heroes would be a sick all-star game. That would be pretty cool, if that's how it ends up being. It very well could be. I mean, it's based on the conferences. Each conference has their own all-star team. And the conferences are the Rocketeers, the Flock, and the Tax Evaders, all in one conference, whereas the other conferences, the Lightning, the Stars, and the Fury. So, with the Fury on the board, I don't know who would be invited to the All-Star game, frankly. Maybe the Dry Bones, if they start popping off. Maybe Daisy. She's doing a good job on the mound. We could have the Goom Bomb in the All-Star game. Yes, please. First conference is crazy. Yeah. Well, they won 2 of their 3 games, because there's an odd number of games, so one of the conferences has to look better. We'll see if that holds. If the Stars are able to take down the Flock, and the Lightning beat the Rocketeers again, then that's a tie game between the 2 conferences. It's a star hit from Shy Guy, bounces off of Baby Luigi's head. And he's going 3. He'll make it. That brings up Magikoopa with 2 outs again. And the Magikoopas are locking in, at least this one is. He's gotten 3 hits on the game. Maybe he's not terrible. Maybe all 4 Magikoopas had a really bad game. All at the same time. That would be crazy. Nothing there from Bowser Jr., that's foul. The Flock can't lose, they too goated. Is this an unbiased opinion we have here? That's a strikeout from Daisy on Junior, and that ends the Tax Evaders' final inning. Now all they have to do is play defense and not give up 18 runs, and they will be safe. That's a bad start for the Fury there. Slapped out from Gray Drybones. Paragoomba takes that strike. And Paragoomba makes it on base. Hits through the infield on the left side. And that's chemistry for Goomba. Do we see a Goombomb? No, a line through the infield. And that's 2 runners on base for Daisy. We got the superstar matchup, the 2 princesses, for the 2nd time in this game. At least, probably 3rd. But I think it's the 2nd time it played that. Not sure, that's a perfect slap from Daisy, but it goes foul. Unfortunate. Can she do it again? No, she strikes out. Rough stroke of luck from Daisy there. Now we have Baby Mario with 2 outs and 2 runners on base. Can the Fury score any more, or are they done? Are they throwing in the towel for this game? Baby Mario gets good contact, but I think it just has too much air. They're gonna get under it. And that's the game. An absolute thrashing by the Tax Evaders, 19-2. Boy, oh boy. What a game. They got 4 stars they just ain't gonna use. Yeah. I mean, they start with a lot of stars. Oh, the Fury. No, yeah. They probably should have done that, but it's alright. Game was probably over at that point anyway. Hammer Bro wins MVP for his 2 home runs. 6 RBI. Damn. Boomerang Bro gets 4 with his 2 home runs. Bowser gets 2 with a home run himself. And plenty more batting from the rest of the team. RBIs from everyone but Peach. Multiple base hits from everyone but Green Koopa. And on the defense side, Peach got 7 strikeouts, which is great. Obviously, the 2.5 ERA is elite. And the Fury, Daisy got 4 strikeouts. That's a little bit of a high ERA. A little bit. Gonna have to update the power rankings after week 1 finishes. Yeah, absolutely. A rough game for the Bones overall. Only 3 base hits to go around. Goomba batting .750, going 3 for 4. Oh, what a goat. What a goat. This team has decent potential. They just need to get lucky with the slappers all slapping at the same time, which did not happen in this game, unfortunately. But back we go. 24 ERA is crazy. Goomba carried. He did his best. He did the best that he could do. Next up, we are going to have the Flock and the Stars. Nope. We are not playing story mode right now, bro. And Stars, they have Waluigi as their captain. They did confirm that last week. Whereas the Flock has Birdo. I was looking at Yoshi. That is the Rocketeers. My mistake. Stars also have Red Toad, Red Bones, or Dark Bones. They have King Boo. Ultimate fraud last week, but hey, if the Madges are popping off, maybe he can too. He can redeem himself. Speaking of Madges, Red Magikoopa, Red Noki, very red team we have, Montgomery Mole, and Toadette. So Walu is the pitcher, King Boo's in left field, Noki is in center field, Dry Bones is shortstop, Madge is third base, Wario at second, Monty Mole as the catcher. Yes. That looks good. Over to the Flock. They've got two guys, a blue guy and a green guy. Blue Pianta, Birdo already here, blue, Luigi, green Noki. Oh. Then they've got Blue Toad and Purple Toad. Double Toad, Double Shy Guy. They each homered last week, or last game, same week, and that really put them in a great spot. They were able to capitalize off of those runs and win by a good margin. We shall see how starred King Boo can fare in this game. We have a slightly different batting order for the Stars. They've moved Wario, Waluigi, and Magikoopa next to each other for the chemistry links. Toad and Toadette. I think that may have been there. But regardless, now it's the Flock. They have starred Blue Pianta. What a goat, what a goat. I don't think I did their positions. Oh, did not press OK. I did not do their positions. Got to start with Birdo pitching and Boo on third base. Hell nah. Yes, okay. I read that correctly. Wow. Almost perfect. Almost perfect. There we go. And this is going to be at the Stars Stadium, which is Wario Palace. Time to save state. All right. Yeah, Flock time. Many people are cheering for this, I'm sure. I'm well aware. And I think it's time for us to begin. Game number 2 of the day. And game number gay. number 2. Game number 2 of the series as well. I'm good at talking. The flock. Green Shy Guy. Thrown out at first, just barely. Dry Bones dives to get that ball and makes the play. Blue Shy Guy gets another big hit without the chemistry boost. Is he going to be able to get another home run to lead off today? No, he's not. It's a pop fly to King Boo. Not enough juice on it without his teammate on the board. Now we have starred Blue Pianta. He's going to line drive into left field. That gets past King Boo. He's going to go to... No, he's not going to go to second. He backs off. That brings up Birdo. 2 outs. Good shot, but it's not enough. Caught by Toadette. Nothing scored in the first inning for the flock. That's a big shot by Red Toad. And that's a leadoff home run for the Stars. They are fighting back. This is the opposite of what happened on Sunday for them. Reviewing the MVP sheet right now. Gotta make some trades. Yeah, trades can certainly help you improve your team. And we have King Boo up to bat. 1 out, no one on base for him. But the Stars have already scored a run. It's Boo on Boo action. And King Boo gets a line drive, curves down the field, hit by the chain chomp, and makes it on base. That's the King. Good shot from Wario, but it gets caught by Green Noki. Massive Wiener Man. Understandably frustrated with that home run. But that is a bad slap hit from Walu that ends the inning. It's a 1-0 lead from the Stars here as we start the second inning. Boo is up to bat. That one gets through Dark Bones' head, it looked like. But Boo's gonna get on base from that. That brings up Luigi. Good slap hit, but it's just foul. That looked like it was on the line. Waluigi, he's got to lock in against his rival. Can't be having these pitching miscues. But Luigi gets another great slap down that line. And King Boo gets hit by the chain chomp. That's going to score Boo. We have a tie ball game, 1-1. That was fair. It looked like it was, but Luigi got there anyway. He got the hit regardless. Rigged. It's the chaos of Wario Palace. It is. It has easily the most hazards out of all the stages. At least they come into play the most often. Now we have Green Noki star hitting into that same corner. But the chain chomp is not going to hit King Boo this time. He's just outside of range. And so that'll just be a single for her. 2 runs scored, no outs. This is looking like a good inning for the flock. As Toadette gets stunned in the outfield, they might try and send Noki home. They do, but they don't quite get there. a risky play and it didn't quite work out, but that's alright. That's just the first out of the inning for him. Still got 2 more to go. Waluigi's star pitch, but it doesn't do anything to distract Purple Toad. He still hits the ball and sends a runner home for a 3-1 lead. Now we have Green Shy Guy starting off the top of the lineup yet again. That's a pop fly to center field for out number 2. Should have been 2 runs right there from a home run. Good shot there from Blue Shy Guy. Cheering from a B-dubs. That's crazy. I was watching Mario Baseball in public. Start Lupianta strikes out to end the inning. Not what you want to see from your top player. From the top player of our first set of games. Scored 5 RBI off of 2 home runs. More than even Hammer, bro. Home runnable. Certainly could have been. Red Madge is going to slap again, almost through Blue Pianta. But regardless, they get on base. For the next red character, the Noki. Oh, what did you get from B-dubs? The mac and cheeseburger with a side of fries and mac and cheese. Doubling up on the mac is honestly elite ball knowledge. The mac and cheeseburger's fire, though. Do you happen to like mac and cheese? I think there's no way to tell. And next up for the Stars, we have Monty Mole with 2 runners on base and no outs. He's at 2 strikes now. But he slaps that one through the infield, and that'll load the bases. With the next batter up being Toadette. This guy might he might like mac and cheese a little bit. Just a little bit. Birdo's going to make a play there. A double play, in fact, with Pianta's help. Now the Stars will score another run. So it is now 3-2, just a 1-run lead for the Flock. But that was some good defense still, making that double play. And Red Toad will strike out, and that ends the inning for the Stars. That'll give the Flock a chance to extend their lead. And they'll start off with Birdo. She immediately slaps through the infield, gets on base. No clutch, apparently. Yeah. Red Toad was too stressed out, but he makes a crazy double play there. He doesn't even have to move. Ball's hit straight to him. Birdo is leading off. And that's enough to put the Flock in a rough situation. They get Luigi on base. But Green Noki's going to have to be careful here. Bases loaded with 0 outs and only gave up 1 run. Yeah, that was a great situation to get out of from the Flock there on defense. But a strikeout from Green Noki ends the inning there. And that's another 0 spot for the Flock. Stars with a chance to tie the game or perhaps take a lead for themselves. Dark Bones will slap through the infield, makes it on base there. And that brings up King Boo. Starred King Boo. He slaps. That is a powerful slap, but it goes foul. Swing and a miss there on a charge swing. And another swing and a miss, a strikeout from King Boo. Boo is just such an elite pitcher. He's tough to go against. But that's a big hit there from Wario. That's fair? A 2-run home run to take the lead for the Stars. King Bum. He may be a bum, but Wario is not. Wario is doing what he has to. That is huge for the Stars. And that brings up Waluigi next. Waluigi almost hits a home run if it didn't go foul. Oh my gosh. Instead, he'll strike out on the next pitch. Home court advantage. Dog, that's a field. Well, regardless, they do have an advantage because it is a smaller field, so that makes it easier for medium power hitters like Wario to be able to hit home runs. The Red Mage gets on base. Another Magic Cooper base hit. But Blue Toad will end the inning there, getting under that pop fly. And they stop the lead at 1. Now the Flock is working from behind. They have to try and catch up. Slap hit from Blue Toad, caught by the Tornado, and sent straight to Dark Bones. Purple Toad slapped, grabbed by Red Toad though, those magnet hands. And that's 2 outs already. No one on base for the Flock. Green Shy Guy slaps it to Wario, and that ends the inning. Another 0 spot for the Flock. Just reacting with the nerd emoji. Monty Mole, pop fly to center field. Ah, if only he was good. He's such a funny little guy. That's it, I'm not rooting for the Rocketeers anymore. You already weren't. You were rooting for the Flock. I guess in that matchup, maybe? But Toadette's gonna get a good slap down there. She makes it on base for Red Toad. Do we see a Toad Chem homer? Yes, we do! What a great game for Toad today. He is playing lockdown defense, and he's hitting bombs on offense. This is the Stars on their home stadium. A 3-6 lead for them. Blue Pianta's going to lock down defense there, scoring the second out of the inning, but King Boo is still up to bat. An early swing there. A whiff on that one. I think that one might have been a ball. And straight down the middle with a fastball. That's strike 3. King Boo struggling a little bit still. Road is cheating. Road on roids. I don't know. We might have to test him later. This is exceptional performance for a Toad. And starred Blue Pianta. That's not out. That is against the wall. And Shy Guy's running home, and he makes it. A risky call, and this one works. 4-6. The lead's cut to 2. Stray home run could tie up the game, or if they get another runner on, could put the Flock ahead. That brings up Birdo. Birdo's going to hit one to the outfield. It gets just above Toadette's head, and that'll be runners on the corners. Coming into the next batter, Boo. Take strike 2, looking down the barrel. He's gonna slap that one with a star. That's going to bring Blue Pianta in. 5-6, a one-run game. This one's getting close. What a thriller here. As we have the matchup of rivals, Luigi and Waluigi. Two runners on base with no outs still. That's a great shot to the gap. That's going to tie up the game and then some. Boo is going home. And that's the lead for the flock. 7-6. And they still have no outs on the inning with two runners on base. Or no, Luigi just cleared off the other runners. There's just one. It's just Luigi. That was a crazy corner. I did not think that would be a strike. That's a great grab by Magic Koopa as well. Getting that with his magic wand. That's the first out of the inning, but is that a boot? Ooh, Blue Toad does not get the home run there. But he does drive in Luigi to extend the lead to 2 runs. Luigi House Spotted Mansion. God, I am so glad that that stadium is not in this game. That one is so ass. That is like one of the very few stadiums that is actively banned in Sluggers when people do leagues. Just because it's so goddamn big. And Red Toad gets a tag out. That's funny. Didn't even want to touch the base, he just ran the guy down. And with 2 outs on the board, Green Shy Guy's gonna slap one down. That's gonna bring in another run. They're not done yet. 9-6. Flock are up by 3. They've turned this game around. And that brings up Blue Shy Guy with the chance to score in some runs. He gets a slap down. That's 2 on base. For none other than starred Blue Pianta, he is back. He's back and he's charging, looking for his pitch. Takes a strike there. That one's an outside ball. Luigi trying to mix him up, but he just sends that one down the middle, and that's going to score one more run. It's 10-6 now. 2 runners on base. Still 2 outs, though. The Flock have been at this 2-out rally for quite a while, since Purple Toad's bunt attempt. And they've scored quite a few runs since then. Now it comes down to Birdo to continue the rally, and she is not going to. She slaps it to Wario. The anti-chem throw to first almost matters. But that's a 7 spot on the inning. That is more than the Tax Evader scored in any single inning last game. Now the Flock are less consistent in this game, but that is still impressive. Flock going crazy. Absolutely. An incredible inning. And that's a good defensive grab from Birdo. That brings up Waluigi. Another grab by Birdo, the suction catch. What range that thing has. Brings up Magic Koopa, who gets a base hit. Another hit for the Magic Koopas. That brings up Red Noki. 2 outs, 1 runner on base. The Stars have just 3 more chances, including this inning, to score those 4 runs back, while the Flock have 2 more chances to extend their lead. And a strikeout there from Red Noki is not going to help, even though Magic Koopa tried to steal a base. That was impressive. I didn't know such a slow runner could steal a base. That's a boost slap through the infield. That'll be a base hit to start off the inning for the Flock. Luigi getting ready to charge hit at this one. Watches that ball go by, and that's a strike 2. Luigi gets a good slap, but a jumping Magic Koopa grabs that one right out of the air. Now we've got Green Noki. She's going to hit this one high, but it's to left field, and King Boo makes the play. Next up is Blue Toad with 2 outs and just 1 runner on base. Waluigi has been doing a pitching masterclass this inning, strike 2 with the fastball. That one gets hit by Blue Toad, it's off the wall. They're going to send Boo all the way to third. Runners on corners, but 2 outs is still a risky situation. Purple Toad. Star hits that one, but it goes foul. A patient Purple Toad takes strike 2. Watches the inside ball. And swings at that one, gets all of it, and that's gone. A 3-run home run for Purple Toad. The Flock are extending their lead even further. That is a 13-6 score. They are up by 7 now. A 4-run lead was relatively safe, but now I don't know if the Flock can lose this. They certainly can. They certainly can. If they were able to score 7 runs in an inning, so can the Stars. And Toadette's able to grab that one and stop the Flock at 3. Now they need to get something going on offense here. The Flock is flying away. The dagger. That could certainly be true. That's going to make it real tough for the Stars. They've played 5 innings and managed to get 6 runs. Now they need to do 8 runs in the next 2 innings. That's going to be tough. And a 2-out start is not what you want for that. And Red Toad continues his insane game with another slap through the middle. Bringing up Dark Bones. A perfect slap, but it's grabbed by Luigi out of the air. And that's another 0 spot for the Stars. This is looking better and better for the Flock as we go. And they still have 1 more chance to score runs. They're going to see what they can do here. With Blue Shy Guy into Blue Pianta. But a great dive from Wario stops anyone from being on base here for Blue Pianta. Worst that can happen here is 1 run. And that doesn't quite happen. He does get on base though. And he wins the Star Chance for the Flock. Birdo up to bat now. She's taken 2 balls. Now she's charging. That one's slow down the middle. And she's able to clobber it over Toadette's head, putting runners on corners with just 1 out. Flock are able to score anything more here. And a bounce off of Dark Bones from a star hit by Boo. He's going to safely bring in 1 more run and put 2 runners on base. And that brings us yet another superstar matchup between Waluigi and Luigi. Fastball there from Waluigi. Counts as strike 1. Change up there. Luigi looks at it for strike 2. Birdo, an MVP candidate. She's got some good juice. She just doesn't quite have enough power to get home runs, but she's pretty consistent. Good star hit from Luigi. And they don't go for the out at first. They try and get 2 and in fact get none. But that's going to be a double play there from Green Noki. Magicupa making a great play. Stops the flock at 1. Now the Stars have to do 9 runs in this inning to win. 8 to bring it to extras. Go-to batter and fielder. Oh yeah, Birdo has been doing great on defense as well. She is one of the top infielders you could possibly have in this game. Her, DK, and Yoshi are like top 3. But Yoshi's also like top 1 outfielder, so you would probably rather have him there. But if you have other outfield options and no better infield, certainly can play him there. King Boo hits a foul ball for strike 2. And he gets all of that one. That one's going to be a King Boo homer. That's his first of the season, I believe. King Boo, not a fraud in that moment. We'll see about how long that lasts, but that's the first King Boo home run. The first of many, I'm sure. And now it's a 7-run game. Truly anybody's ballgame. But to be honest, the Stars have all 5 of their stars. Strikeout's not going to be great, though. That is the first out of the inning. Waluigi whiffs at that one. A little too late from King Bum. Yeah, would have been nice a couple innings ago. And Birdo grabs that tornado shot from Waluigi for the second out. Can Magicupa get on base and bring honor to the Magicupa name? No, that's caught by a Shy Guy, and that's the game. The Flock with another big win here over the Stars. A 14-7 victory. We've had 2 blowouts today. However, both of these games were decided by 3 or more runs last time. So not terribly shocking. That brings us to our game 3, which was a 1-run walk-off hit last time. We'll have to see if that's a more interesting game. Or if the Lightning decide to run away with it, or if the Rocketeers can take a big win. Looking at the Stars, or this is the Flock, they had just 1 home run from Purple Toad. Quite a few RBI from everyone. Purple Toad had a great game. Boo is given MVP for his 6 strikeouts. 9 ERA is alright. But scoring 2 RBI as well, and batting .800, going 4 for 5. He played great on both sides of the ball. Certainly was a key player. Meanwhile, the Stars, Red Toad with 2 home runs, 3 RBI. King Boo and Wario each had a home run. They hit 4 home runs. I think that's how all of their runs came. I don't think they scored any that were not home runs. That is impressive in its own right, honestly. The Flock is undefeated. It's been 2 games, dog. There are 36 in this season. I assure you, every team will be defeated at some point. Waluigi not doing as great on pitching, only getting 2 strikeouts. Obviously, the 14 runs allowed is not great. But I feel like the mark of a good pitcher is more so strikeouts, because that is entirely within their control. Runs allowed is also just like, the other team has more power hitters. They score home runs, you know? I think strikeouts is a better indicator. But even in that metric, the Flock stands on top. A big win for them here as we now move on to our 3rd and final game of the night. This one will be at the Lightning, so this will be Mario Captain versus Captain Yoshi, I believe. Time for my team's revenge. No, no, no. It's time for my team to continue the victory that we tasted. The Toads have been great. I hope my Toads continue to be good. And honestly, they were pretty good last game. I think one of my Toads was like one of 3 players to bat 1,000. Yeah, my Toad, Hammer Bro, and the Green Koopa, both from the Tax Evaders. So if we're talking about batting average here, if we're talking about that, my yellow Toad is kind of popping off. He's a sleeper hit. Trust, trust. We have red and yellow Piantas, blue Magic Koopa, and Dixie Kong. We're going to be trying out Mario in right field. A big departure from his previous center field. But you never know. Maybe it means something. I had green Toad in center field, but I don't think it really matters. They have like the same exact stats, at least defense-wise. And now for the Rocketeers. We have Yoshi, red Shy Guy, yellow Madge, red Koopa Troopa, green Koopa Paratroopa, the longest name in the game. Look how scrunched that thing is, dog. Even with the Magic Koopas and the other colored Koopas. A very long name. Then we have Fire Bro, the other bro. Diddy. The Kong, I suppose. And then Toadsworth. Diddy Kong pitching, as he should be. And then the infield, Yoshi shortstop, Shy Guy second base, and then Magic Koopa's on third. There we are. We have starred yellow Pianta for my team. We're going to be leading off with, who are we leading off with? Green Toad? No, we're doing yellow Toad. Misremembered. Then TK, then PD, then starred Pianta, then unstarred Pianta. Yeah, this is a batting lineup. I like this one. God, I love my team. I don't know if it's quite Tax Evaders level, but it is certainly a strong team. Starred Fire Bro for them. Diddy, Blue Noki, Toadsworth. It surprises me that Hammer Bro does not have chemistry with them, but that would also be kind of crazy if all of the Koopas had chemistry with each other. Very glad that is not the case. You got like 0 chemistry. Yeah, that's okay though. You have a lot of really good players, like Fire Bro and Yoshi. Elite on offense and defense, respectively. Diddy Kong, an elite pitcher. Toadsworth is another elite offensive piece. He's a great slap hitter. I think he's probably the best slap hitter in the league. I don't really know who his competition would be, frankly. But anyway, here we go. Here we go. It begins. The final game of the night. The Lightning and the Rocketeers. Both of the series so far have continued to be 2-0, becoming even bigger blowouts in favor of the teams that won their first game. Will this matchup see the first upset, with these teams going 1-1, or will the Lightning continue to dominate the Rocketeers? Per the pattern we've seen, not per last game, a walk-off victory is not domination. That's a good start from Yoshi as he slaps on base. Trade offers directed to Forgotten Variant. repeated it in the same message. Bro wants power hitters, I think. I think. Sneaking suspicion. That is 2 on-base hits. Now we have yellow Magikoopa. Is this a third Magikoopa that's going to lock in today? Or is he still throwing? He is locking in. That is a beautiful star hit into the outfield gap. Mario gets hit by a Piranha Plant there. And that is 2 runs scored for the Rocketeers based on an anti-chem laser beam from Pianta. 2-0 lead. I don't like this one. I don't like this start so much. Thank God he got home there. Yeah. You're mostly just glad that Yellow Pianta missed his throw. I think he would have beat your guy. Red Koopa hits a pop fly, and that is caught by Green Toad. That brings up Green Koopa Paratroopa. Star pitch from Dixie goes foul there. And a strikeout there. Gets 2 outs on the inning. That brings Fire Bro up to bat. Starred Fire Bro. 1 runner on base, no chemistry, and that might be gone. Does a wall jump from Mario get over there? He doesn't use it because he's a bum. And that's a 2-run homer from Fire Bro. And that makes a 4-0 lead for the Rocketeers. Now we have Diddy Kong, another pitcher battle at the plate. Diddy Kong looks at that one. That one was outside. Takes that fastball. Has not swung at anything yet. There it is, but it's a pop fly to right field. Mario gets there. That's the end of the inning, but 4 runs is still a great start for the Rocketeers. They are looking at a scary batting lineup, though. I think you used the star on Fire Bro. Yeah, certainly helped. And Yoshi gets a great out there with the tongue catch. Green Toad hits a good shot into the outfield. That'll get him on base for a double. And that's a runner on base for Donkey Kong into Petey Piranha into starred Yellow Pianta. That should not have been a strike. That did not cross the plate. What are we talking about, Tom? Star pitch from Diddy Kong is strike number 2. And he's charging, and that's a strikeout for Donkey Kong. Strikes out looking. That brings up Petey. And that's gone. Petey with the fastest home run I've seen. God damn, that thing was sent. That was a missile. And that is 2 runs scored for the Lightning. It's a 4-2 ball game with another big home run threat up to bat next, followed by Red Pianta. Yellow Pianta's looking for his pitch. He hits that one. It's not quite gone. Can Toadsworth get there? Yes, he dives for it. And that's the inning. Rocketeers shut them down at 2. That brings up Blue Noki to start for the Rocketeers. That's a slap. Yellow Pianta dives for it. I don't think he needed to do all that. Blue Noki makes it on base. That brings up Toadsworth. Struggles with that changeup. Hits that one straight to Madge for the double play. Standing still double play. Now they're going to have to make a 2-out rally here, starting with Yoshi. Another kind of useless dive from Yellow Pianta lets him get on base. Now we've got Red, Shy Guy. He's charging. That's hit high and deep. Green Toad trying to get under it. They're going to send Yoshi home. And they make it. Oh my god, Yellow Pianta. He doing too much. Absolutely he is. He's also whiffing his throws. So much anti-chem. I don't think I've ever seen this much anti-chem trigger. 2 within 2 innings. Now we've got Yellow Magic Koopa. Looking to drive someone in. Donkey Kong gets there. Can't quite make the play at first. 2 runners on base for Red Koopa Troopa. And he takes 2 strikes. He star hits that one, but it's straight to center field. And that's caught by Green Toad. Ends the inning at 1 run scored. 5-2 is a 3-run lead for the Rocketeers, though. They are still very happy with that. Red Pianta up to bat for the Lightning. Takes 2 inside balls. Star chance on the line. He's playing it safe. Big swing, but it's foul. Ooh. Rough fastball, curves to the outside, and a way early swing there. Red Pianta strikes out. Now we've got Mario up to bat with another star chance, and that is a line drive to Yoshi. Brings up Blue Magic Koopa, who hits it right to Shy Guy, and that ends the inning with a 0 spot. Now we've got Green Koopa, Paratroopa, hits it over Yellow Pianta's head. That'll get him on base for a single. And now is Starred Fire Bro. Will we see 2 runs, or will Dixie lock in on pitching? And that's gone. 2 more score for the Rocketeers. That is 7-2, a 5-run lead. And it's looking like this might be the one series to not be a 2-0 so far. Rocketeers, big lead. It'd be very tough for them if they lost this. With Diddy at the plate now, he slaps that one to left outfield. And gets himself on base. We've got Blue Noki. Slaps it over to the left again. 2 runners on base, still no outs on the inning. Dixie ain't locked in. It's true. My goat is washed. Now we have Toadsworth at the plate. A very consistent hitter. He gets this one over to DK, and that's a double play. A rare misstep from Toadsworth. And now the Lightning have a chance to end this inning with no more runs scored. They'll have to do it against Yoshi. That was a rough outside strike call. Curved through the inside for a strike. Dixie's doing great here, and that's a star swing. Whiff for Yoshi. Ends the inning on a strikeout. Still 2 runs scored. Not that bad. Lightning really have to get something going with their offense. Dixie Kong is not going to do it, though. Right to a ground out. Now we have double Toads. Will they be able to do something? If any of these Toads are able to get on base, which Yellow Toad will, well, I suppose if both of them are. If Green Toad hits into a double play, the inning's over, but if Green Toad gets on base, that will bring up Donkey Kong. And he does. That'll be a good hit. They're sending Yellow Toad to third. He makes it. And now it's Donkey Kong with a chance to close this gap. What will he do? Line drive down the baseline. That's going to be good enough. That brings in a run. Gets runners on second and third for Petey, who has chemistry with Donkey Kong in this game. So this situation is certainly turned around. Looking like a good inning for the Lightning so far. As long as PD can capitalize. No force outs on second, at least, so it's harder to get a double play. But if PD's able to clobber this one, then it doesn't really matter. He slaps it over to left field, and it'll be caught for an out. 2 outs, but starred Yellow Pianta up to bat. Will he be able to send these runs home? Or will he end this inning with 2 runners stranded? He's going to watch that one go by. Please charge swing. Please charge swing. He star hits there, but it doesn't have enough juice, and that's the end of the inning. Still a 4-run lead for the Rocketeers. And they have Red Shy Guy to start off the inning. And that is a high shot from Shy Guy. That one hits the foul pole. That's a home run for Shy Guy. Solo Shy Guy home run. Doesn't even have chemistry on base. He still gets that home run. That is very impressive for Red Shy Guy. It is now 8-3, a 5-run lead yet again. I would have punched my monitor, I swear to God. Dude, I'm getting there. If my team doesn't do something soon, I swear. Yellow Magikoopa continuing to break the Magikoopa curse. Gets on base with a double there. That is a line drive to Pianta's feet, apparently. Star pitch from Dixie. Gets through the infield. For runners on the corners with 1 out. And fire bros up. Which is scary for a number of reasons. Most notable being not that. The line drive will score a runner. They'll go for 2. But they won't get it. That's an out at home plate. Now we have Diddy Kong up to bat. He has enough for a star hit if he so desires. Instead, he'll go for a charge, but they'll get the out at second, and that's the inning. 2 run to score still. Looking good from the Rocketeers. Continuing to chip away at that lead, I suppose, but in the other direction. They're chipping up a lead. Yeah. Red Pianta hits one over to right field, and will get on base. Now we've got Mario with no stars to work with. He's going to just have to slap this one on the good old-fashioned way. And he hits a little too much juice on that one. Toadsworth gets under it, and that's an out. Blue Magikoopa, please continue to break the Magikoopa curse. Or you're cut, I swear to God. And that's a good shot. Gets through the infield, and the Magikoopas are locking in this second set of games. Now we've got Dixie up at the plate. 1 out on the inning, 2 runners on base. What can she do facing down against Diddy Kong? The Kong battle. She'll slap this one just over the infield. Bumped by the Piranha Plant. And that'll bring Red Pianta home. An RBI for Dixie there. And now Yellow Toad is at the plate. That was a good corner pitch by Diddy Kong. Almost called him Dixie there. That's the Kong that just got on base. Yellow Toad with a deep shot, but it's not quite out of here. Magikoopa's going to try and tag up, though, and they will. That's another run scored. While we have Green Toad up next. Line drive down the left side. 2 runners on base for none other than Donkey Kong. And he's got chemistry with Diddy. Or Dixie, rather. I'm mixing up those two. Chemistry DK is scary, but not if he's not charge swinging. Please do your thing. No, he's going to slap hit, but it gets through. And that's going to bring at least one run in. They might be going for two. No. They back off. Good call. That is one more run scored for the Lightning. 3 on the inning so far. And they have cut this lead down to just 3. 9-6. With Petey up to bat. Please, Petey, hit a dinger. He'll slap up the middle. That'll be not an out. And they go for getting 2 home. They do it. It's a 1-run game, 9-8. The Rocketeers' lead is falling apart. And with starred Yellow Pianta up at the plate, anything is possible. I'm going to lose my mind. Your team is not locked in. I'm so sorry. Yellow Pianta drills that one through the infield. And that's runners on first and third. Petey's going home. And he makes it. That's a tie ball game. 9-9. A 6-run lead coming into this inning, and it's all gone now. We are tied. I no longer want to punch my monitor. Thank you, team. Thank you for locking in. Now we have Red Pianta, Chemistry on base. And he wants to charge. He wants this one. Swung a little bit early on that. Please, Red Pianta. Gets all of that one. And it's not quite gone to the wall. But now Captain Mario has the opportunity to star swing, try and get another leading run in. He's waiting for something a little more in the center of the zone. Doesn't want to waste that star. They only have one. And he whiffs a little too early on that. He's going to have to go for a regular swing. And that's going to be a pop fly to the infield to end the inning. But a big 6 spot is still just about enough. It's a tie game with 3 innings left for both teams. Blue Noki's going to slap into an out. The morale is down for the Rocketeers, understandably so. Can Toadsworth get them back? Get them back in a winning mindset. He certainly has that old wisdom about him. I'm sure he can do it. Eaten by the piranha plant, spat right to Yellow Toad. That's so unlucky for Toadsworth. That brings up Yoshi with 2 outs, no one on base. He slaps straight to Yellow Pianta. And the inning is over. Just 2 more chances for the Rocketeers to try and take the lead. But the game is still tied. Dude. The game is still tied. It's not over yet. Blue Magic Koopa hits it to the piranha plant. Oh, but it doesn't eat it. They still managed to get to second. It was a close call. And that brings up Dixie Kong. Staring down Diddy yet again. She'll slap on the first ball this time. And that's a good outfield hit. That's runners on the corners for the double Toads. A good pitch there, but Yellow Toad doesn't swing on it. That was a great corner pitch from Diddy. A star hit from Yellow Toad. It's going to get a runner home, and he makes it to first safely. Magic Koopa takes too long fumbling with the ball. Isn't able to make the play. And the Lightning have taken the lead here in the bottom of the 5th. With Green Toad up to bat, he slaps one through the infield again. And that's bases loaded for Donkey Kong with Chemistry on base. A star pitch from Diddy Kong. Kind of needed to use that. I would have saved it for a later pitch. DK's gonna slap to the outfield. And that is a pop fly for the first out. Petey Piranha up now. Bases loaded. Is he gonna charge? He opts for a star and misses it. Now he wants to charge. And that is a grand slam for Petey. The 1-run lead for the Lightning is now 5. as it is 9-14. The Lightning, down by 6 last inning, are now up 5. 11 runs scored in these past 2 innings. That is a comeback. And the inning is not over. There is still only 1 out. Yellow Pianta line drives to Shy Guy there for 2. Now we have another Pianta. Does not think about moving the ball. Misses there late on that charge swing. And whiffs that one as well. The Pianta bats are so hard to judge. I feel like half of those are supposed to hit the ball, and yet they just do not. I feel like the last half of the bat just has no contact at all. And now we have the Rocketeers offense trying to come back from that disastrous defensive misstep that they've had. That's not going to be a great start. A pop fly to center field. Now we have Yellow Magikoopa. A grounder to DK for out number 2. The Lightning are locking in on this defense. Koopa Troopa. Swing and a miss. Takes the outside pitch. It's this one deep. It's to the corner of the field. That's a fair ball. And he'll get a double off of that one, Red Koopa. Green Paracoopa, if he gets on base. And he will. That's runners on corners for none other than Starred Fire Bro. If the Rocketeers are going to get some runs back, this is the time. If they got this 3-run shot here, this would certainly be down to a 2-run game. I mean, with 2 innings left for both of these teams still, nothing's done quite yet. A star hit from Firebro. Good line drive brings in 1 run. And gets 2 on base. And who is next after Firebro? It is Diddy Kong. For that superstar matchup, the Kong v Kong. He has enough for a star hit if he wants to try and bring some more runners in with that curving ball. He does have to be careful. He's being a little too careful, letting some of these go by. He hits the ball there. And Yellow Toad makes the play. What a great dive. Keeps their eyes on the ball. Charge the bat. You do not want Diddy to charge the bat. I understand the fire, bro, though. Now we have Mario. Perfect contact. That's a Mario homer. Mario sends that one. Perfect contact on a charge swing. And Captain Mario has scored a home run. That extends the lead back up to 5 from that RBI the Rocketeers got at the top of the inning. With plenty of chances to grab even more runs here. As still no outs after that first batter. And Blue Magikoopa is reverting back to the old Magikoopa ways of hitting foul balls and then hitting a pop fly out. That is not what we want to see. Now we have Dixie Kong up. Good slap hit, but Yoshi is able to grab it with the tongue catch. About to be 3 2-0 teams. Yeah. Game's still not over yet. 3 quick outs there after that first Mario homer. 10-15, same amount of hits scored for both of these teams. The Rocketeers have just stranded more runners on base, unable to capitalize, which has led to them being down 5 runs. This is their last opportunity to score, and they've already got 1 out. Toadsworth. He gets a slap hit. He gets on base. That's a start. That's a start. Now they have Yoshi, the captain. Could go for a star swing if they want to almost guarantee the on-base hit. They will opt for a slap, grabbed by Piranha Plant, and DK jumps it for the out. And they get the double play. That's the game. The Piranha Plant with an unfortunate grab for the Rocketeers. And that allows the Lightning to shut down the inning and win the game. And that is now, it is now true and confirmed. 3 teams are 2-0. 3 teams are 0-2. And Petey wins MVP for this one. Uh-oh. Bugged game. That's alright. We do not need it anymore. What a wonderful, wonderful night of games. These teams have continued their streaks of either winning or losing, and by even more runs than the first time. All 3 of them had bigger wins than their first week, or first game. I'm wondering if game 3 is going to be even more of a shutout for all of these teams. That would be impressive, and I don't know how they would manage that. But yeah, there were some big games from a lot of the individual players. Hammer Bro had a 2 home run game again. Boomerang Bro with his star got 2 home runs as well. We had 2 home runs from Petey. One of them was a grand slam. He's certainly going to move up the leaderboard. I think that was the first grand slam of the season, truly. I don't know what else could have been. Great start for many teams, and a lot of teams showing promise. There is potential here. Some trades, perhaps, and all of these teams could be in contention. But I think that is going to do it for tonight's games. We will have the last slate of the week, Game 3, this Saturday at the same time, starting at 7:30 p.m. Thank you for joining us. Remember to like and subscribe. And farewell.